Hello, this is Cam.
Hi.
You probably recognize him from other videos I've done with him, including, but not limited to, one we did like 2 years ago or something.
A year and a half,
where we talked about our predictions for the Yuri on Ice finale. There's no Yuri on Ice happening right now, but there is Steven Universe, which is another really, really amazing show that we both love, and we both just watched the new episodes, which are called Can't Go Back and A Single Pale Rose. I think, or something like that. Yeah, really good and mind-blowing, and if you haven't watched them yet, go watch them because there'll be huge spoilers in this video about a very, very big plot twist that was kind of spoiled by the Cartoon Network teasers. Like, some people knew it was going to happen, which is super unfortunate because I didn't know. I didn't actually see the spoilers, and when I watched it, my mind was blown. It was incredible. So, okay, stop here and go watch the episodes if you haven't, because after this moment, there will be spoilers.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, talking about spoilers, I had managed to avoid all spoilers. I didn't really know anything. But as I was watching the episodes, at the end of one of the episodes, there was a Cartoon Network teaser with a voice line that literally said the spoiler. It was literally Amethyst saying, "Wait, Rose Quartz is Pink Diamond?" So, like, I had avoided spoilers, but then literally as I'm watching them, I got spoiled.
I didn't. I was
as
so
I was about
lucky
to watch the next episode.
I know. I was so mad because I was watching. Like, I watched them a couple nights ago, and I had no idea what the spoiler was. I didn't get any spoilers. And when I got to that moment where it's like Rose talking to Pearl, and Rose being like, "Well, I can't shatter myself, can I?" I was like, "Oh my God, Rose Quartz is Pink Diamond!" Because if you've been in the fandom for a while, you'll know that that's been a popular theory for a long time. But then it kind of got like disproven because we saw Pink Diamond, who obviously wasn't Rose Quartz, and there were just like things that people were like, "Oh, clearly it's not Rose Quartz." And then Rose Quartz was Pink Diamond, which was a great like double twist because it was like people predicted it and then thought it wasn't true, and then it was true. But I was so glad that I didn't get it spoiled. And then I was watching with Cam.
I was robbed of that. That's not even a teaser. Like, there's a teaser which makes you want to watch it, and then there's just an absolute spoiler which almost doesn't which makes you almost not want to watch it. Because, like, what's the point?
I feel so bad for the like Steven Universe team because obviously like they didn't make these teasers. That was Cartoon Network, and they were really upset about the teasers because it spoiled things and it sucks. But anyways, we're not here to talk about that. We are here to talk about what we think is going to happen. Like, obviously, like, Steven Universe isn't like about to end. Like, as far as I know, I don't think they have like a set end date yet or anything. But like, it's clearly like getting towards that like ending. Like, it's very much moving towards like an epic finale kind of thing. So we were just chatting about it and like what we think is going to happen like towards the end of Steven Universe, and I thought we would make a little video about it. So welcome to that. Our first point is about sort of just like right after this episode that just came out. So like how the other gems are going to react to finding out that Rose Quartz is Pink Diamond, because like obviously Pearl's like known always. Pearl's the only one who's always known. Steven found out, and then at the end of the episode you see like Garnet and Amethyst there like react and they're like, what? And
sorry, I just realized
what?
something. The whole reason why Steven's been having these diamond dreams is because he is a diamond. I didn't.
They're not dreams, they're like memories kind of. Like,
well, and that's why he was crying for Blue Diamond. That was why he was emotionally attached to Blue Diamond, because he was Pink Diamond was really close to Blue Diamond.
Steven is technically Pink Diamond.
I feel like I'm doing something naughty talking about it.
I know, it's like, ooh, it's a spoiler. I can't talk about it. We were saying, like, Amethyst is probably going to be, like, mind-blown.
Well, she, at the end of the episode.
Yeah, she's like, what? But I don't think she's really going to be, like, upset.
Yeah.
Like, maybe a little bit, but not as much because, like, she wasn't there for the Gem War.
Yeah.
Like, she wasn't there when they, like, thought they were fighting Pink Diamond. So I feel like she's just going to be like, that's crazy. Whereas, like, Garnet was there. I feel like Garnet is going to be absolutely betrayed. Like, I think this is really gonna mess Garnet up. Like,
she was already kind of having a hard time with like her whole future vision and not being able to see things coming.
Yeah, exactly. She literally had an episode like 2 episodes ago about like not being able to see things coming, and then this happens, and obviously she didn't see this coming. Like, that's so gonna mess her up. And oh god, poor Garnet.
And I worry that she's gonna like take it out on Pearl because like, Pearl couldn't tell her,
but Pearl couldn't tell her. But I feel like Garnet, because she's upset, is gonna be like upset at Pearl for not telling her, and it's just gonna be so sad. I also actually wonder if they're gonna bring Bismuth back now.
Yeah. Because
they're gonna be like, oh, well, Rose was lying to us all along anyway. She was lying to us about Bismuth. Let's bring Bismuth back. And then I feel like there might even be like a split among the gems. Like maybe like Garnet and Bismuth versus like Amethyst and Pearl or something. Not like they're necessarily gonna like fight to the death, but like just like an emotional split.
Yeah. I feel so sorry for Pearl because it makes the whole thing about Lion even more emotional.
Yeah.
Because she was so upset that like she didn't know about Lion. She was like, no, I know everything. Rose told me everything. I knew everything. She wouldn't keep anything from me. And finding out that, like, she knew Rose's deepest, darkest secret, and she still didn't know everything about
Yeah,
her. That's
Pearl is the only, as far as we know, the only person who knew that rose quartz was pink diamond. Because the other diamonds didn't know, the other crystal gems didn't know. There was literally no one else who could have known. Unless, like, Rose told Greg or something, which I feel like she wouldn't.
No.
So, like, nobody knew this except for Pearl. And then she finds out that, yeah, like, you know, ages ago, like, the episode where we first meet Lion, like, that's season 1 or something. She finds out that, like, Rose did have secrets. And, like, at the time, it was just like, oh, like, she loved Rose. She thought that Rose was, like, kind of betraying her. But, like, it's even, like, a bigger deal now that we know, like, she knew the thing. It's crazy. I really want to go back and rewatch, like, the old episodes, knowing the stuff we know now, because it's clear that, like, the Crooniverse has, like, known this stuff from the beginning, that they were, like, planning this right from the get-go. This isn't, like, something they just made up. Like, this has been built up, which is, like, so good. Another point that Cam brought up earlier that we want to talk about is the fact that, like, in flashbacks and stuff, we've, like, seen that, like, Pearl would always, like, jump in front of Rose to protect her.
Because, like, when Pearl got poofed, they talked about how she used to always put herself in harm's way, always doing anything to protect Rose, jumping in front of any harm that would poof her, and she would get poofed over and over and over and over and over again in order to protect Rose. And it's, like, obviously it was to protect her, but it was also to protect her from being poofed to help protect her identity.
Yeah, because if Rose got poofed, people would see that her gem is actually quite diamond shaped. So, like, and if you think about it, as far as we know, like, Rose has had the same outfit, the same, like, look for millennia, like, since the crystal gems started, because she's never been poofed. Because if she was poofed, it would reveal her identity, and Pearl was, like, always preventing that from happening. And speaking of, like, also, like, keeping her secret, like, the thing with Bismuth, like, how part of why she probably bubbled Bismuth is because she didn't want people to know that her sword couldn't actually shatter gems. And also, I thought, like, maybe once she realized that Bismuth was starting to realize that her sword couldn't actually shatter gems, she was afraid that Bismuth would figure out that she's pink diamond, and maybe Bismuth would want to shatter her, because Bismuth was, like, so, like, we have to shatter the diamonds and stuff. So, like, God, I feel like they're definitely going to bring Bismuth back now. It's going to be so... Like, I always knew they would bring her back because she was so, like, important that they wouldn't just, like, leave her. But, like, this seems like the time that they'll bring her back because it's, like, relevant. And I'm really excited because she's such a good character. And the other thing about Rose never getting poofed was, like, if you think about it, now that, like, Steven is Rose Quartz, Steven can't be poofed because he's, like, flesh. And then we started talking about, like, why Rose had Steven. Because, like, obviously part of it was, like, she loved humans so much and she wanted to, like, create this, like, gem human hybrid, but, like, obviously, like, she's been around for, like, thousands of years. Clearly she's been, like, dating people for thousands of years.
Her sole purpose is to protect Earth.
Yeah, like, she was maybe kind of, like, childish and naive, because clearly, like, that's the other thing. It's so interesting that Rose is, like, she's always been, like, kind of a naive character, but then realizing that it's because, like, she's essentially, like, a child in Diamond years. Like, she's this, like, naive, childlike Diamond who, like, Rose Quartz was almost like her alter ego. So, like, in a way, she's, like, quite naive. But, like, despite that, like, her whole thing was, like, protecting Earth. Like, that's why she did everything she did, because she loved Earth. And so, like, to then basically die to create Steven, it seems like there had to be, like, a motivation there related to... Hi, Jimmy. There had to be a motivation there related to protecting Earth. And, like, I think what it probably is something along the lines of, like, Rose either knew or suspected that the diamonds were coming back and figured, like, she couldn't face them, but a human diamond hybrid could, because, like, Steven has, like, the strength and the power of a diamond, but, like, all the, like, resilience and adaptability of a human. And, like, that is, like, a more powerful being or whatever to face the diamonds. Like, I feel like that was her motivation.
The diamonds don't really know anything about humans.
Yeah, so he's also, like, a wild card that, like, they don't know how to deal with. Whereas, like, they would know how to deal with her if they figured out she was a diamond, or even if they thought she was Rose Quartz.
I just realized that because Pink Diamond had a human zoo. That was Rose's human zoo.
I forgot about that!
Because she has such an obsession with humans.
I wonder what that means.
She had the human zoo.
I wonder... Oh my god. I wonder if it was, like, because there's, like, two different things that could be. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
Either it was, like, she had it basically the way we thought it was, but that she just thought humans were interesting curiosities that she kept in a zoo. Or was it, like, Rose being like, if Earth does get destroyed, at least I'm keeping some humans safe and alive? I think it's probably a bit of a combination. We also don't know the exact timeline of, like, at what point Pink Diamond went from being, like, the colonist to being, like, the rebel leader. So, like, maybe, like, she created the human zoo back when she was still more just like, oh, look at this fun colony. But I don't know. I think it might partly at least be, like, she was, like, aware that Earth might get destroyed and wanted to like keep some humans alive if they all died. Because she loved humans so much.
She also loves humans as an object.
Yeah, oh totally. And we already knew that even before.
Yeah, we knew she
was Pink Diamond. She definitely like views humans as like
cute little playthings.
Yeah, and because like to her like she still views gems as being like kind of I guess like a more advanced species. And like also like they live so long that like to them a human's like very brief. But I feel like also the fact that she created Steven like maybe showed that she was getting to a point where she like maybe gave humans more credit.
Yeah.
Like she was realizing like humans are actually like are more. I don't know.
There's something that humans have that
gems
never will.
I'm so curious about Rose. I really want to know just more about her motivations and. Oh, but yeah, I totally forgot about the humans view. That's so interesting. Do you have any other like Rose, Pink Diamond related thoughts before we move on to like how we think like what's gonna happen at the end?
I can't think of any at the moment.
Speaking of the end, so like I said, it just seems like it's kind of starting to move towards that like end game kind of final battle stuff, just because we've had so many big reveals and stuff. Do you think someone's gonna die at the end? That's the question.
I think someone might. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if they brought back Jasper and like actually shattered her. Poor girl.
I know. I wouldn't be surprised if Jasper died.
What I kind of theorized was like Steven might lose like one part of himself, like or either give up his gem self or give up his human self.
Yeah, I think that could totally happen because I could either see because like kind of the way they like killed Lars, but then he came back. I could see them doing sort of a similar thing with Steven, where like either his gem gets shattered, but he's like still alive, but only as a human, like he loses his gem powers, or he gets like stabbed or something and he like dies as a human but then like comes back as just as like fully a gem. Like I could see maybe that.
Yeah.
Like on the one hand it would almost be like a betrayal of the whole point of Steven, which is that he's like this fusion, this hybrid, but at the same time then it would be like really tragic and interesting, but like wouldn't fully,
he
like,
also
kill
has
him.
the same thing as like Rose. He wants to do anything to save people. And
I think he would totally be willing to like sacrifice himself.
He's always sacrificing. That's his thing.
That's yeah. And
like when he went to Homeworld, he was like, "No, don't take them, take me."
Yeah, and I really don't think they would like fully kill Steven. Like I don't think
like
Steven would just die.
Kid, and
but
it
like
is technically a kid show.
But I could totally see him doing that sacrifice, and that would be a really interesting way of doing it. Because otherwise, this is kind of what we were talking about: is what happens when he dies.
Yeah.
Like if he did live, because like first of all, like it seems like he ages not like a normal human. Like there's the whole episode about how he ages like in relation to how he feels. But does that mean like he could stay young forever? And like, but like would he choose to? Like maybe like if he did stay, like would he like marry Connie or something and then like age up with her? But then he'd like leave the gems behind. Like, but then even if he did like die of old age, would he like his human body dies and then his gem stays, and then what would happen to his gem? Like would Rose come back?
Or would it like become just an object? Would it shatter? Would it disintegrate?
Yeah.
Like,
would it become like Gem Steven? Would it become a whole new Rose character?
Would he be able to have kids?
Yeah, well that's kind of like a separate thing, but like could Steven have kids? I think yes, because I think like he's human enough that he could have a normal human kid. He wouldn't have to be like Rose where she like literally gives up her form to have a kid.
But we also don't know.
And I don't think he knows, and I think that's like a part of his thing, that no one really knows what exactly Steven is and like what he's capable of. Like if they don't do the thing where he like sacrifices himself, I don't think they would like flash forward at the end to like show what happened when Steven's old. So I feel like we would just never really know what happens. But like it's interesting to think about like what would happen when he dies. I don't know. It would be so messed up and so interesting if he died and then his gem was there and then his gem became Rose again, and then like imagine how awful that would be for the crystal gems. Like it's like, oh, Rose Quartz, who we love, but also who at this point we've learned a lot about how she's betrayed us, so we are a little mad at her, comes back, but also this child that we like raised and love and was like our son is dead, so we're not that happy that you're back. Like that would just be so messed up. And then like Rose would obviously be like, oh, sad that I never got to meet my son, but like she didn't know Steven, so she wouldn't actually be mourning Steven that much, versus the other gems would be mourning him so much that it would be such a disconnect. Like that would be horrible. That would be tragic. But really interesting.
Yeah.
But I don't think that they would like skip to that. But as for other people dying, I could see something like Jasper or Lapis maybe dying.
Yeah.
Like sort of like one of the side gems. For some reason I don't see Peridot dying. Like, she could, I guess. I don't know. Like, one of the side ones. I really don't think one of the main crystal gems would die.
Yeah.
Maybe Bismuth? It would be really, like, cruel to, like, have Bismuth come, get bubbled, and come back and die. But, like, I guess, because I just really don't think they would kill one of the main ones. That's just, like, too tragic. Otherwise, like, I could easily see, like, one of the diamonds getting shattered, or just, like, having, like, side villains get shattered, or something like that. Like, that, I think they may, I don't think they would shy away from. But I don't know. Yeah. I didn't think they would kill Lars, and they did, even though they brought him back.
Okay, but...
Oh, maybe one of the off-colors. I don't want them to kill one of the off-colors,
yeah,
but I think it's more likely
really
that they would shatter an
yeah.
off-color than they would, like, a main crystal gem.
Yeah. I could see it being Pad Paracha.
Yeah, me too. I don't know why.
Well, part of her, like, thing, she's, like, she gets stabbed or whatever, and, like, her gem, like, breaks or whatever, and she's like, oh no, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
That would be really bad, but I could see them doing that.
I know. What Cam was saying, which I don't think they're gonna do, but really messed me up, was imagine if they killed either Ruby or Sapphire.
Not both.
Not both, but one of them. Because, like, that would just be the cruelest possible thing. Because it would essentially be, like, killing both of them. Because, like, they could no longer be Garnet, and they've been Garnet for so long that, like, that would just mess them up.
I'm really curious, like, how old they were before the whole Rose thing. Like, I want to know what percentage of their life this has been. I don't know. I want to know if they were alive for 10,000 years beforehand, or if they were only alive for 1,000 years. So if they've been Garnet longer than they've been Ruby or Sapphire. Like, that's what I want to know.
That's an interesting question. And I wonder if they were the same. Like, I wonder if, like, Sapphire was really old and Ruby was, like, recently created.
Yeah, I could see that.
I could see that just because, like, rubies seem more like the quartzes. They're more, like, made to serve. They're, like, kind of more disposable.
Whereas she was, like,
was, like, royalty. So I could easily see it that being the case. But anyways, I really don't think they would do that. Like, I don't think they would kill any of the crystal gems, like the main characters. And if they did, I really don't think they would kill, like, just Ruby or Sapphire. That's, like, too cruel. This show isn't that mean.
Finale-wise.
Yes, so finale-wise, what we want to see in the finale.
What I think would be awesome and the most beautiful animated sequence ever would be a boss battle between a fusion of all the crystal gems, Steven included, and becoming the temple? The temple. Like, there's, like, the theory that the temple is, like, the fusion of, like, amethyst, garnet, pearl, and rose. And so, like, if they fused with Steven, it would be, like, similar to the temple, but slightly different because it's Steven, not Rose. I just got another thought. But a fusion of the 3 diamonds. Because that would be epic. But what might also happen is Steven fusing with the diamonds to pull a lapis with Jasper.
Ooh. Oh.
Destroying himself by fusing with the diamonds.
Oh my god, I want both. Okay, because I really, I really want, like you were saying, I really want that, like, temple fusion with, like, the gems, like, the crystal gems and Steven to fight, like, a diamond fusion of, like, the main, like, the 3 living diamonds.
Boss battle
like, that would be, just imagine the visuals. These 2, like, inhumanly large gem fusions, just having the, it would be amazing. Like, I can't even stand how good that would be. But then also, like, imagine, like, I think what could, like, happen is, like, they like, defeat, like, the diamonds defeat the temple fusion, then they, like, split, and then, like, either, like, they want Steven to fuse with them because they, like, know he's Pink Diamond at this point, or they, like, want him to come back, or, like, he tells them he's gonna come back, or something. Like, I don't know exactly how they would get to that point, but then I like that either. He fuses with them, and there's, like, the ultimate diamond fusion that's, like, probably, like, literally the most powerful being in the universe. Like, the 4 diamonds fused, but yeah, like, Steven, like, pulls, like, a lapis and, like, defeats them from the inside.
Damn, that'd be good. I'm good.
I hope that's
Rebecca
the finale.
Listen,
yeah, no kidding. Oh my god. But there has to be, we have to see Steven and the other gems fuse into, like, the temple fusion. Like, they just can't deny us that after they've introduced, like, epic fusions.
Or at least see a flashback of the temple fusion.
I want both. I want to see what the temple fusion looked like with Rose, and I want to see what it looks like now with Steven. And they have to give us that, and then they have to give us the diamonds fusing, because that's, like, the most epic thing they could possibly do.
And I can't wait to see White Diamond.
I know, we haven't even met White Diamond yet, but I'm excited about that.
We've seen her hand, though, which is more than we've seen.
Yes. But, what? Did we?
Yeah. When they were, like, hitting Earth with the ray.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So she's quite a bit bigger than
she's huge.
Diamonds, which we thought.
Which makes sense. I just want all the
And I want to see what Rainbow Quartz would look like with Steve.
Yes, so that's the other thing I was going to say. There's a few other, like, fusions I really want to see. Sorry. There's a few other fusions I really want to see before the series ends. Which one of those is I really want to see Steven and Pearl fuse, because we know what Pearl and Rose Quartz looked like, but I want to see like the difference. Like I want to see like because what is it? Rainbow Quartz? Rainbow Quartz. I want to see what Rainbow Quartz looks like with Steven.
Also, Steven and Greg.
Yes. One fusion I really, really, really want and will be so sad if we don't get is Steven and Greg. Because I think like a fusion based on familial love is just adorable. And also, Greg never got to fuse with Rose Quartz, so I think Greg finally getting to be part of a fusion would be really, really cool. And I just think that a fusion of Steven and Greg would be like the most wholesome character. Just like so cute and wholesome. And they would just be like the ultimate dad. Oh, I just want it so badly. There's like no fusion I want more than Steven and Greg that we haven't seen.
Also, their fusion dance would be adorable.
It would. Oh, I just want it. I just think it would be so cute. It would be so sad if we don't get that because we know Steven can fuse with gems and humans. So I feel like they're not using that to its full potential.
I also want to finally see Peridot fuse.
Yes. Like, well, I wonder if they will because part of Peridot's whole thing is like Peridot isn't comfortable with fusing.
But she's like coming around to the idea. Like she wanted to fuse with Garnet, but she was like nervous
That's true. That's true. So that's true. I could see her coming around to it as long as like it's like at her pace or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would really want to see her fuse. Like I want to see what that's like.
Lapis and Peridot.
Yeah. So it would be so good too because it would be an interesting like story of like Lapis is kind of like scared of fusion now because she's had bad experiences and Peridot's like afraid to fuse because she's never done it. And if like they could like come together, I think it would be really good. Also, they like love each other so much, so it would be really good. I just want to see a lot more fusions because fusion is so cool, and we haven't seen a new one in a really long time.
Yeah, I think the last one was Smoky Quartz.
I also wonder, like, because we were saying for a final battle, like the gems and the diamonds, but like Connie has to be part of the final battle in some way as well. So I wonder how like she'll factor into it.
Stevonnie will.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. Like Stevonnie has to be part of it at some point as well.
I wonder if Stevonnie could fuse with another gem.
That's what I was wondering. Like, maybe that, like, Steven can be the bridge, right? Because, like, we know, like, a human cannot fuse with a gem. Like, a full human and a full gem can't fuse.
Then where does it end? Just keep piling on. Steven is fused with, like, all of his friends with all of his gems. It's just this mega lump of people.
All of Beach City. That's the real finale. It's all of Beach City fused into one giant fusion.
Giant mutant fusion that can't even talk.
Steven
There's
in the
just
center.
so many opinions going on. It's just
so
madness.
But actually, like, okay, that's like silly, but at the same
Keep Beach City
time,
weird.
But at the same time, like, that would actually be kind of cool because, like, the whole thing is like everyone always coming together, and they would literally come together. I don't think.
Ooh, I want to see Steven and Lars fuse.
Yes, I think that might. I could kind of see that happening. So I just want more fusions. That's basically it. I want more fusions, and I want it to end with a really epic giant fusion battle. And I think that doesn't happen, I'm gonna be sad.
I feel like that's.
I think it will. It's so like they've built up this whole concept of fusions and like the power of these fusions and stuff. Oh, it's just so interesting. Oh, I love Steven Universe so much. I forgot like I knew I loved it, but like I forgot how much I loved the show until I started like I watched the new episodes because there hadn't been new episodes for a while, and these ones came out, and I was like, so good. So good. And makes me really excited to see how the story's gonna end. Any last words? Anything else you want to say?
Poor Pearl.
Good Pearl content. I know! She just loved Rose. That was the other thing, the interesting thing about how, like, Pearl, like, Garnet called her, like, the Pearl who nobody owns, or, like, the Pearl without a master or whatever. But like...
she did.
But she did! She was clearly, like, Pink Diamond's Pearl. And it's really interesting that, like, everyone thought that, like, that was what made her, like, part of the Crystal Gems. Like, she was, like, a Pearl without an owner. But, like, she did have a master, kind of. Like, she was serving Rose.
I wonder
throughout time.
I wonder how much of her love for Rose stems from like
being her Pearl,
being her Pearl, and like because they do have like mind control.
It seems like they have like a power over them, yeah. Because like literally, like even after she was kind of gone, Rose Quartz like had / Pink Diamond had the power to like make Pearl not be able to talk about what happened. And it didn't seem like it was just like Pearl was like honoring Rose's wishes. Like it seemed like literally she could not. So I wonder like, and I don't think like it would be really messed up if it was like Pearl like literally was just like loyal to Rose because she was her Pearl. Like I feel like she did love her.
Not
more
just,
than like
not
a Pearl
just because
would.
she was her Pearl, but like part of it. I wonder how much it was like.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if there's any way to know really. That's it. Yeah, that's sad. She loved Rose. She wasn't just Rose's Pearl.
But it makes me happy how much she loves Steven.
Yeah. But like
part
Is
of
she
it.
technically
Yeah.
Steven's Pearl? I don't know. But the thing is, like, she was Rose's Pearl, but I feel like Rose's thing was, like, you're nobodies. If you don't belong to me, the way, like, the other diamonds consider the pearls, like, belonging to them, she was like, no, we're, like, equals. Like, Pearl loved her and looked up to her and was, like, her pearl at one point, but, like, I think that, like, despite any flaws Rose has, like, Rose did genuinely believe in, like, making all the gems equals and, like, Pearl being her own pearl and not, like, Rose's possession. So I do, like, believe that. Like, a Pearl, like Rose wasn't trying to, like, continue to, like, be a master over Pearl.
But I do
or
think it's
whatever.
interesting because there were so many theories about Pearl being Pink Diamond's Pearl. Cause,
Who had, like, escaped?
But there's like, there was Peridot who was like, oh wow, you're so fancy. Like, whose Pearl were you? So, like, clearly she's, like, a high-end Pearl because she's
high.
because she was a Diamond's Pearl.
Yeah. Pearls are really interesting. Pearls are messed up. I mean, the whole gem society is messed up. It's very, like, very hierarchical. Hierarchical?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting. Alright, well, thanks for watching. We just wanted to have some thoughts about these episodes because they were really good and we had some ideas, so I wanted to chat about them. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you like Steven Universe and you like this video, you can like it, and you can also comment below and let us know if you watched the most recent episodes and what you thought of them and what you think is going to happen as Steven Universe draws to its end. Let me know, and also I will put Cam's Instagram and stuff in the description if you want to follow him. He's great. And yeah, that's it. You can subscribe as well. I make videos about video games and nerdy things, and I talk about shows and stuff, so subscribe for more. I'm trying to make more videos because I haven't been making a lot of videos lately, but this summer I'm going to try to make more, like at least one a week. So subscribe for more content like this, and thanks for watching.
Goodbye.
Bye.